most home buyers are, well, they're accidentally locking themselves out of up to $15,000 in cash.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is they're doing it just by, like, signing their name in a guest book.
It's true. It sounds too simple to be real, but yeah.
So welcome to today's deep dive. We have this incredibly revealing stack of sources in front of us today, specifically for you, the listener, who might be navigating this stuff.
Right.
We've got our hands on this internal playbook. It's a market strategy breakdown that's tailored entirely for new construction homes.
And it is fascinating.
It really is. The data comes from local realty agency mid-cities, and it basically exposes the hidden mechanics of a process most buyers think they know, but they actually get it completely backwards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a remarkable set of documents. When you look at the landscape of new construction, it often feels, I don't know, very transparent.
Oh, sure. You see the house, right?
Right. You see the house, you see the price tag, and you think, okay, I buy the house. But this playbook, it really strips away that facade. Oh. It maps out these unseen boundaries and these structural financial traps that buyers fall into before they even realize they're negotiating.
Wow. So our mission for this deep dive today is to decode that hidden timeline for you. We're going to explore why the chronology, like the actual order of your actions in a new construction transaction, dictates your entire financial outcome.
It really is all about the timing.
Okay, let's unpack this. We need to start with the psychology of what we're calling the model home misstep.
Right.
And it all begins with just that sensory experience, of walking through that front door.
Oh, absolutely. The environment is highly engineered.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, when you walk into a pristine new build, especially in these rapidly growing, highly desirable target regions the sources mention. Places like Tarrant County, the DFW mid-cities.
Right.
Places like Arlington, Fort Worth, Mansfield, Grand Prairie.
Yeah, booming areas.
Exactly. When you walk in there, you are not just looking at a house. You are walking into a carefully calibrated sales environment.
It feels like a movie set sometimes.
It really does. The lighting is optimized. The temperature is absolutely perfect. And, well, yes, it literally smells like a fresh start.
Yeah, it's like that new car smell, but for a $500,000 asset.
Exactly.
You walk into that kitchen, you see the massive waterfall quartz island.
Oh, yeah, always the quartz island.
Always. And you see the perfectly scaled furniture that makes the living room look just cavernous. And you are emotionally compromised at that point.
You're vulnerable, yeah.
And right there on the counter is an iPad on a sleek little stand, or maybe a really nice leather-bound guest register.
Yep.
And this super friendly on-site rep smiles and goes, "Hey, thanks for stopping by. Just sign in right here so we have a record of your visit."
Which feels entirely innocuous, right?
Completely.
You sign guest books at weddings, at museums.
It's at open houses, sure.
Right. But the hidden danger in that specific clipboard is the mechanism it triggers on the back end of the builder's operation.
Okay, so I was actually thinking about this dynamic when reading through the agency's breakdown, and it hit me. Walking into a model home unprotected, without a clear representation plan already in place, is exactly like going grocery shopping when you are absolutely starving.
Oh, that is a very apt analogy.
Right.
Yeah, the emotional hunger just completely drives the decision-making process.
Think about it. You go to the grocery store on an empty stomach. You aren't checking the price per ounce. You're definitely not comparing the generic brand to the name brand.
Definitely not.
And you are certainly not sticking to your budget. You just get blinded by the shiny end cap displays and like the smell of the bakery, and you just start throwing premium items right into your cart.
Oh, yeah. The artisanal cheeses.
Exactly. And in a model home, you are starving for that dream house.
Right.
You get blinded by the flawless staging, and you sign that clipboard without thinking for a single second about the strategic consequences.
And those consequences are legally and financially binding.
Right, legally binding, just from a sign-in?
Yeah, because the moment you input your name and email into that iPad, you are establishing what the real estate industry calls procuring cause.
Okay, procuring cause.
Yes. If you sign into that model home without your own realtor physically present, or, without having them register you beforehand, the builder's on-site agent essentially claims you as their lead.
Wow. So they own you, basically, for that transaction.
Pretty much. Many builders have these strict, unyielding policies that explicitly forbid you from adding your own representation to the transaction later on.
Okay, but wait, I have to push back on this a little bit.
Sure.
Aren't there state laws that allow me to hire whoever I want to represent me?
Well, yes.
Like, how can a simple digital sign-in override my fundamental right to hire a real estate agent halfway through the process if I suddenly get confused by the contract?
Right, so here's the distinction. You always have the right to hire an attorney or an agent to advise you. You can do that whenever you want.
Okay.
But what the builder's policy dictates is who they will compensate.
Ah, the money.
Always the money. In a standard transaction, the seller pays the commission, which gets split between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent.
Right. That's standard.
But if you cross that threshold and establish procuring cause with the builder's on-site agent first, the builder is legally within their rights to say, hey, we procured this buyer ourselves. We will not pay a buyer's agent commission.
Oh, wow.
So you can bring your agent later, sure, but you'd have to pay them out of your own pocket.
Which means the door is slammed completely shut on the standard commission structure. You've initiated the process entirely on their terms.
Exactly.
And let's be clear here, because the source material really makes a point to emphasize this. Buying new construction in these DFW areas is a fantastic path to home ownership.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great option.
Right. The mistake is absolutely not the product itself.
No.
The mistake is giving away your leverage before you even know what your options are.
Precisely. The misstep is signing away your access to an independent advocate. And as the data outlines, missing out on that representation isn't just about lacking someone to, double-check your paperwork.
Right.
It directly correlates to locking yourself out of an entirely different stream of money.
Okay. Which brings us to the core revelation of this entire playbook.
Yeah.
Let's introduce what the source calls the Smart Buyer Advantage program. According to the breakdown from local realty agency Mid-Cities, buyers could qualify for up to $15,000 back.
Yes.
Up to $15K in a rebate. Now, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a skeptical listener right now.
As you should.
Wait, up to $15K back. People immediately go, what's the catch? I mean, builders are ruthless corporate entities, right?
Sure.
They are not running charities. They aren't just handing out cash because I brought a friend with a real estate license.
That skepticism is totally essential. Right. And it's exactly why we need to explain the mechanics of this rebate. Because everyone assumes it is a discount coming out of the builder's pocket.
Right, like a price cut.
But it is not. The builder is not issuing you a check for this program.
Then where is this phantom money actually materializing from?
It comes from the realtor's commission. What's fascinating here is how this entirely flips the traditional understanding of real estate commissions on its head.
Okay, explain that.
Well, when a builder prices a new neighborhood, let's say a new phase over in Mansfield,
okay,
they bake the buyer's agent commission into the pro forma of every single house. They already assume they're going to be paying out that 3% or whatever the prevailing rate is.
Got it. It's in the sticker price.
Exactly. So if you walk in unrepresented, the builder simply keeps that baked-in cost as additional corporate profit.
They just pocket the difference.
Exactly. They just keep it. But if you bring an agent from an agency that utilizes a rebate model like the Smart Buyer Advantage program we're examining, that agent earns the commission the builder had already budgeted for.
Okay.
And then the agency takes a portion of their own earned commission and rebates it directly back to the buyer at closing.
Oh, that completely changes the math.
It really does.
You aren't asking the builder for a favor.
No.
You're utilizing a strategic partnership to claw back money that was already baked into the price of the home you're paying for.
Exactly. It's your money, essentially.
That's wild. And let's talk about the practical application of this cash, because the sources give some very grounded examples.
Yeah, they do.
Even if the total rebate is smaller, say, based on a lower purchase price or just varying commission terms, it's still liquid capital arriving at the most vulnerable moment in a buyer's journey, which is that post-closing survival period.
Oh, which is notoriously expensive.
Yeah.
The phenomenon of the naked house is very real with new builds.
Yes. Oh, the naked house is a shock to the system.
Yeah.
You move into this pristine property and realize, wait, there's no refrigerator.
Yep.
The builder doesn't include a washer or dryer. There are 40 windows in this house and absolutely 0 blinds. And my backyard is just a rectangle of grated dirt.
Yeah, suddenly you are staring down thousands of dollars in immediate out-of-pocket expenses just to make the property functional and, private.
Right, which is why the playbook specifically highlights using this rebate for things like refrigerators, blinds, moving expenses, or just putting it straight into your emergency reserves.
Exactly.
Having a cash injection of a few $1,000s or up to that $15,000 mark gives you serious breathing room.
It's a huge relief.
It's the buffer between enjoying your new home and immediately experiencing severe financial panic.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, you start to see why the timeline we talked about is so critical.
Right.
If your realtor is providing this specific rebate from their commission, it forces us to look at what the builder is actually providing on their end.
Right, because buyers are constantly bombarded with those advertisements for builder incentives.
Oh, everywhere.
Like, buy now and get $20,000 in closing costs. So we have to do a side-by-side comparison here to understand the landscape. We are dealing with two entirely separate buckets of money.
Correct.
Let's dump out the builder's bucket first. The source material lists the common ones. We've got rate buydowns, closing cost assistance, lender credits, usually if you use their in-house mortgage company.
Right.
And sometimes design center credits or like move-in packages.
And those builder incentives, they are highly engineered financial tools. Let's take the rate buydown, for example.
Yes. Okay, please explain rate buydowns to me like I'm 5.
Sure.
Why would a massive national builder willingly spend $10,000 or $15,000 to lower my mortgage interest rate instead of just dropping the sale price of the house by $15,000?
It's a great question.
I mean, it costs them the exact same amount either way, right?
Well, it costs them the same on your specific house, yes, but it costs them millions across the whole neighborhood.
Oh.
See, if a builder drops the base price of a home by $15,000 to secure your sale, that new, lower price becomes the public comparable sale.
The comp?
The comp, exactly, for the entire subdivision.
Ah, so it devalues every other house they are trying to sell on that street.
Precisely. Future appraisals will come in lower. So instead of dropping the price, the builder takes that $15,000 from their marketing or sales budget and pays it directly to your lender to buy down your interest rate.
Sneaky.
Very smart on their part. The recorded sale price stays artificially high, which protects their comps, but you get a significantly lower monthly payment over the 30-year life of the loan.
Wow.
So it is a highly valuable mechanism for the buyer, but make no mistake, it is primarily designed to protect the builder's bottom line.
That makes perfect sense. They protect their neighborhood valuation, and you get a cheaper mortgage.
Right.
So looking at these two buckets, the builder's rate buydown and the realtor's commission rebate, it brings up an obvious strategic question. It's kind of like stacking coupons at a retail store, but with a twist.
I like that analogy.
Right. The builder's coupon comes from their corporate marketing budget. The realtor's coupon comes from the commission split.
Yes.
Since they are drawn from entirely different corporate budgets, can a buyer essentially double dip? Like,
Bro.
can you take the rate buydown from the builder and still get the thousands of dollars back through the smart buyer advantage from your realtor?
The short answer is yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the specific builder, the community constraints, and the lender terms, these two mechanisms can absolutely exist side by side.
Because they don't cannibalize each other.
Exactly. One is an incentive designed to move inventory and protect neighborhood appraisals.
Right.
The other is a post-closing rebate drawn from standard representation fees. But, and this is a massive qualifier here,
Okay, here's the catch.
you only gain access to both buckets if you navigate the individuals facilitating this transaction correctly.
Which brings us to the human element.
Yeah.
The actual people sitting across the desk from you. To get both buckets of money, you have to deeply understand the underlying motivations of the on-site sales agent inside that model home.
You really do.
And reading the tone of this playbook, I feel like a listener might naturally start to feel a little defensive right now.
Oh, for sure.
They might assume that these on-site agents are intentionally laying traps. Are we saying builder agents are the bad guys here? Like, are they the villains trying to trick buyers with the iPad sign-in?
This raises an important question about how we view agency and fiduciary duty in real estate.
Okay.
The on-site agents are absolutely not villains.
Right.
They are highly trained professionals executing the exact job they were hired to perform.
But their job isn't to help me get the best deal.
No, it's not. Their legal and professional loyalty is exclusively to the builder. They are the seller's representative.
Got it.
Their mandate is to sell the builder's homes at the highest possible margin, to explain the builder's proprietary incentives, and to guide you toward the builder's preferred lender and title company.
That makes sense.
They are friendly, they know the floor plans intimately, but they are fundamentally prohibited from negotiating against their employer on your behalf.
Which is the danger of this invisible loyalty.
Exactly.
When you are sitting in that beautiful kitchen and they're handing you complimentary bottled water, it feels like they are your friend helping you navigate this really complex process.
Yes,
But they are legally bound to protect the corporation, not you.
that's the reality.
And the internal breakdown from our sources is very explicit about what an independent buyer's agent does that an on-site agent simply will not and literally cannot do.
Right. A buyer's agent provides objective friction.
Oh, I like that phrase. Objective friction.
Yeah, an on-site agent will tell you why their neighborhood is great. A buyer's agent will comprehensively run the comps for every other builder in a 10-mile radius.
Like checking out Arlington, Grand Prairie, Fort Worth.
Exactly, all those target areas.
Yeah.
They check to see if the base price is actually justified by the broader market.
So they're looking at the macro, not just the micro of that one subdivision.
Right.
What about the lender incentives? Because builders push their in-house lenders really hard.
That is a critical area of analysis
Yeah.
because the builder will offer you, say, $15,000 in closing costs, but only if you use their preferred lender.
Right, there's always strings attached.
Always. An independent agent will scrutinize that preferred lender's loan estimate. They often find that the preferred lender is charging a higher interest rate or inflated origination fees,
Oh, wow.
which completely absorbs the so-called free closing cost money.
Wow, they give you the money with the right hand and quietly take it back with the left.
Precisely. And beyond the finances, an independent agent analyzes the lot selection.
What do you mean?
Well, they look at municipal zoning. Is that beautiful tree line behind your premium lot scheduled to be clear-cut for a commercial strip mall in 2 years?
Oh, good point.
The on-site agent isn't going to volunteer that information.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me, the actual paperwork.
Oh, the contracts.
Yeah, because buying a resale home in Texas means using a standard Texas real estate commission contract. Right, it's a pretty balanced document.
It is.
But builders don't use this?
No, they do not. Builders draft their own proprietary contracts,
Oh boy.
written by their own corporate attorneys. These documents are notoriously skewed to protect the builder against material delays, supply chain issues, and lumber price spikes.
So all the risk is on the buyer.
Pretty much. They often strip away standard buyer protections regarding timelines and your earnest money. You need a professional whose sole fiduciary duty is to you to translate what you are actually signing.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, the listener? Let's say you're driving around Tarrant County this weekend looking at model homes.
Right.
When you synthesize the psychology of that guestbook trap, the mechanics of the commission rebate, the dual buckets of incentives we talked about, and that invisible loyalty of the on-site agents, you realize something pretty profound.
What's that?
The financial loss doesn't happen at the closing table. The financial loss happens on day one.
Yes. Chronology is destiny in real estate. The sequence of your actions dictates your leverage.
If you do it backwards, if you get emotionally invested, visit the builder, chat with the friendly agent, sign the digital register, and then call local realty agency mid-cities on Monday morning to ask about the smart buyer advantage.
You will hit an administrative brick wall.
Yep.
The builder will pull the timestamp on your signature and declare you an unrepresented buyer. The commission is withheld, which means the agency has no revenue to share with you.
Wow.
And your thousands of dollars in rebate just evaporates before it ever even existed.
It is a brutal technicality.
Very much so.
Which brings us to the ultimate actionable takeaway from this entire stack of sources. It is a very simple directive, but honestly, it requires extreme discipline.
It does.
Do not ask builder what they're offering until you have first secured your representation.
Yeah.
You have to ask what you could get back through a rebate program before you do anything else.
The order of operations must be respected. Before you walk into the model home, before you let the sensory experience take over, find out if you qualify for that cash back.
Right.
Determine the mechanics of how it will be applied, and build a strategy to utilize it alongside the builder's internal incentives.
Because simply changing the timeline of your actions, like making a phone call or sending a message before you step onto the property instead of after, is literally the difference between funding your emergency reserves and outfitting your entire kitchen, or just leaving up to $15,000 sitting on the builder's balance sheet.
Exactly.
It's about taking control of your representation before the engineered environment takes control of you.
And, as we conclude our analysis of these operational playbooks, I really want to leave you with a broader concept to critically examine.
Okay.
We have spent this deep dive unpacking one highly specific, rigid rule that builders enforce regarding a simple guestbook signature.
Right.
We've seen how that one moment of compliance locks you out of independent representation and massive financial rebates.
The invisible tripwire.
Exactly. So the question you must ask yourself is this. If builders have established such strict, legally binding traps around something as seemingly innocent as a digital sign-in,
Yeah.
what other hidden psychological tripwires and rigid contractual traps are baked into the standard model home experience that we simply accept as normal?
Wow. That completely shatters the illusion of the pristine walkthrough. The guest book isn't just a friendly greeting, it is the first filter in a highly optimized corporate funnel.
The entire experience is a carefully constructed path. If you don't know the rules of the terrain, you are walking it blind.
It brings us right back to the grocery store.
It does.
Do not go shopping when you are starving, and
Yeah.
definitely do not start filling your cart before you know exactly what is in your wallet.
Right.
Get your representation locked in, understand your financial leverage, and then go look at those beautiful waterfall quartz islands.
It's like a solid plan.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. We hope it gave you the tools to navigate your next transaction with your eyes wide open.
Keep questioning the standard operating procedures and never underestimate the value of underlying mechanics before you play the game.
Until next time, stay curious.